Hey guys, I thought today would be a good day to start my first film series review, and I thought for my first one I'd talk about the Evil Dead films. And of course, when you're doing a series, you gotta start with the first movie. And Evil Dead from 1981, of course, was directed by Sam Raimi, who Sam Raimi I've kind of lost respect for as a director because I already did my 10-minute video talking about Spider-Man 4 and how I thought the reboot would work. You know what? After thinking about it, Sam Raimi really doesn't, in my opinion, he doesn't care about Evil Dead anymore. Even though without Evil Dead and the two sequels, he wouldn't be where he is today. Think about it. Evil Dead, it wasn't a huge success. It made a couple $1 million. But when you compare its budget, which was like $300,000, to the amount it made, it's a bit of a difference. So, and I put Sam Raimi on the map, because after this he would do a bunch of other movies, Quick and the Dead, he would do a lot of other movies, so it all started with Evil Dead, and I like how he pretends, oh, well, the first movie which started my career, that doesn't matter. I have a huge paycheck coming for Spider-Man, even though the Spider-Man movies suck. Not all of them. First two were good, third one sucked, and the fourth one was a disaster waiting to happen, but I'm glad he capped that when he did. Anyway, back to the movie. Evil Dead, of course, was, again, 1981. Stars, of course, Bruce Campbell, Bruce Campbell's a star, and pretty much everybody's seen Evil Dead. If you're a horror movie fan and you haven't seen it, you definitely need to check it out, because for me personally, it's a classic. The plot's pretty simple. You have a bunch of Michigan college students who they drive down to a cabin in Tennessee, which is one thing I like the location. I love the location of the cabin. It's a creepy, almost kind of claustrophobic, in the middle of the woods kind of location, which kind of makes it a little bit more eerie and creepy. But and they get there and they find the book, the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, or the Book of the Dead, and they find a tape, like a reel-to-reel tape player, which has on it the translation of the book, which awakens all these friggin' demons and awakens this spell, which of course resurrects the demons and turns the kids into demon zombies, whatever you want to call them. I do consider this a zombie movie, say what you will. And pretty much the only one to survive is Ash, and he has to, along with the help of his chainsaw and shotgun, which has become famous, survive the night. That's pretty much it. And in between you have great camera work. Camera work which, for its budget, which I already said was like $300,000, it looks like a real movie. And it's hard for me to get through like a lot of movies that are produced kind of on the cheap. Like, I love shot on video horror movies from like the 80s, like Hannibal Camp Out and Wood Chipper Massacre. But like new movies that try to do documentary style, or try to do, how do I put this? It's hard for me to get through some independent movies because it just comes off laughable. I know that's shallow on my part, but I don't really care. This movie actually looks like a film. The camera work, like I said, spectacular camera work, raw kind of, I wouldn't call it documentary style, you can call it. And also in between you have great gore. This to me it's probably the most serious out of all the three films. Second movie is kind of in between, and the third film, Army of Darkness, to me is just a complete comedy. Yeah, there's horror overtones in it, but if you watch it, it's pretty much just straightforward comedy. But the gore, and again, for the budget, this movie is a prime example of a movie done with no budget, done well. Dawn of the Dead is another one, of course, you know, Friday the 13th. But the gore is great. This is actually one of the first movies to be classified as a video nasty in Britain, so it shook some people. But really, what more can I say about Evil Dead? Great camera work, great, somewhat decent acting. Bruce Campbell really isn't funny, kind of like, you know, smart-ass kind of Ash yet. He's still a little bit more kind of serious, a little bit more human. But, I mean, Evil Dead is a classic. You definitely need to check it out. And what more can I say about it? It's a classic movie, which... And again, Sam Raimi. These three are your best movies you ever made. Don't, like, just toss them to the side. Don't friggin'... Oh, yes, Spider-Man. Don't, like, rely on Spider-Man, because more people like these than they do Spider-Man. End of story. So, thank you for watching, and my review of Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn will be up, and maybe tonight or a couple days. So, thank you for watching, and stay tuned.